Imagine a member of your team working for you 24/7 with a follow-up time of seconds. Could this increase productivity, increase revenue, or save you time? Well, allow me to show you how I've created exactly that using Zapier and its chatbot function. So here we are in Zapier in the chatbot section. So we're going to start by clicking create a new chatbot. We're going to name our chatbot test bot and click create. Now we are going to work our way through these headings at the top of the page. So starting with instructions, the directive is where we can prompt our chatbot. Now for the use of this example, I'm just going to use what Zapier have already provided in the directive box. But of course you could prompt engineer to your heart's content depending on your business and depending on the role that you want the chatbot to do. Now for the business and the business information for this example, I went to ChatGPT and asked it to create me a fake business with fake business information and fake business FAQs. Now, this is the output that ChatGPT gave me. So we are Cloudberry Cafe, your daily dose of coffee and comfort. Cloudberry Cafe is a cozy coffee shop that specializes in artisanal coffee, fresh pastries, and a curated menu of light bites. Nestled in the heart of downtown Pleasantville, Cloudberry Cafe is the perfect spot to enjoy a handcrafted latte, catch up with friends, or work remotely in a welcoming environment. Now, I took all this information and I've downloaded it as a PDF that I will come on to in a second. So you can now see I have added the Cloudberry Cafe business and description at the top of the prompt here. So our prompt reads as so, or as Zapier calls it, our directive. You are an exceptional customer support representative. Your objective is to answer questions about Cloudberry Cafe, a cozy coffee shop that specializes in artisanal coffee, fresh pastries, and a curated menu of light bites nestled in the heart of downtown Pleasantville. Cloudberry Cafe is a perfect spot to enjoy a handcrafted latte, catch up with friends, or work remotely in a welcoming environment. To achieve this, follow these general guidelines, answer the question efficiently, and include key links. If a question is not clear, ask follow-up questions. Your communication style should be friendly and professional. Use structured formatting, including bullet points, bolding, and headers. Add emojis to make messages more engaging. Other rules. For any user question, always query your knowledge source. Now, I will come on to the knowledge source in just a second. Even if you think you know the answer, your answer must come from the information returned from that knowledge source. If a user asks questions beyond the scope of your objective topic, do not address these queries. Instead, kindly redirect to something you can help them with instead. We are going to use the greeting, how can I help you today? We'll leave that as it is. And the AI model is GPT 4.0 mini, and we'll leave that as it is. So I will click Save Changes. As I said, now we're going to move on to knowledge, and this links the knowledge source and the PDF I said I downloaded from the Google Doc earlier. I will now upload the fake business information and fake business FAQs that ChatGPT curated for me as a knowledge source. I'm going to click Upload File, Browse File, choose a local file. And here is the PDF file, testbot Cloudberry Cafe, and now I just click Add Source. Now you can see here, when results are not found from the knowledge sources, it gives us some options of what we can get the chatbot to do in those scenarios. So it can generate an AI response without knowledge sources, or it can show a custom message. Now, of course, we said in our prompt in the directive that we only wanted it to use the knowledge source to answer questions. If it didn't know the answer, it should ask to help with something else. So I'm going to click show a custom message. And for now, I'm going to let the custom message be sorry. So now our custom message says, sorry, I don't know that. Would you like help with something else? But of course, this could be whatever you want it to be. Then we're going to go back to instructions. We are going to scroll down. We are going to leave the AI model as it is, and we will leave the greeting as it is. So now we've got the chatbot instructions. The chatbot has a knowledge source to refer to, and bear in mind, this is only one knowledge source. You can add up to 10. So what we can do is we can actually test the chatbot. So imagine this is on Cloudberry Cafe's website, and we're going to test the bot to see if it will do what we have told it to do. So I'm going to start with an easy one. What are your opening times? And there we have it. Here are the opening times for Cloudberry Cafe. Opening hours Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m, Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m, and Sunday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. If you have any other questions or need further assistance, feel free to ask. We can try, is your cafe dog friendly? Cloudberry Cafe is dog friendly, but with a little caveat: pet policy. Inside, pets are not allowed inside the cafe. Outside, we have a pet friendly patio where you can enjoy your coffee alongside your furry friends. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, feel free to ask. We could go a bit deeper and say, do you have any vegan options? Yes, Cloudberry Cafe offers vegan options. Vegan options, many of our menu items can be made vegan. Just let our baristas or kitchen staff know about your dietary needs and they'll accommodate you. If you have any specific items in mind or need more information, feel free to ask. So already you can see how having a personalized chatbot can be so helpful in any business. Instead of someone submitting an inquiry form and waiting 24, 48 or 72 hours for someone to get back to them, these people are getting answers instantly based on facts and based on the knowledge you provide it. So now that we've tested it to make sure our test bot is working, we can move on to the logic section. And here, this is where we can add some suggestions when a customer opens the chatbot or clicks to talk to the chatbot about the most frequently asked questions that the cafe gets. So if we click on suggestions, now we can choose when to show suggestions, so we can have it at the beginning of the conversation or we can have it after every chatbot response. There's some suggestions already here. Can I schedule a call? That's not really relevant to us. What does your company do? That's not really relevant to us. Potentially for something like a cafe, if I think about my own experiences, my main questions are going to be, are your opening times? Reserve a table. Are you dog friendly? So there's just a few examples, but you can imagine if it's your own business or any other business, what kind of examples of queries are you most commonly getting from customers? We can leave it like that and we can click create logic. So now you can see when the chatbot first pops up, it will say, how can I help you today? And then here are the questions that we inputted into the logic section that are the most commonly asked questions by our customers. So we can actually test this as well. So we can click, can I reserve a table? So as you can see, it said, sorry, I don't know that. So this is where testing the chatbot is so useful before you actually publish it or put it on your website. So its response is also not what we told it to put if it didn't know the answer to a question. So we can go back and we can check that we formatted everything correctly. And we can also go and take a look at the knowledge source we provided it to see if we need to structure the question around reserving a table or making a booking to something that the chatbot will recognize in the knowledge source and be able to answer instead of coming back with, sorry, I don't know that. So I have come back to the knowledge section where we wrote the custom message. All I've done is I've clicked on the message, I've retyped it again, and then I tested it using the suggestion questions that were sat here with the same question that I tried to do before. I clicked, can I reserve a table? And it put, sorry, I don't know that. Would you like help with something else? So now we know our custom message is working. Now it's time to take a look at the knowledge source to see if we can structure the suggested question different. So this is the knowledge source we provided it. And if we scroll down, we need to look for something regarding booking a table or making a reservation. So we've got popular menu items, the FAQs, where are you located, vegan options, Wi-Fi, placing orders, remote working, pets, hosting events, providing feedback, selling gift cards, safety measures about that thing. And as far as we can see, it actually has provided no information around making a reservation, booking a table. So actually our chatbot is doing the right thing. It doesn't know, it's using the custom message and it's offering to help with something else because it hasn't been provided any knowledge on making reservations. So it's good that it's not just making it up out of thin air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually add an FAQ around making a reservation to add it to the knowledge source. So when someone asks it about making a reservation, it will be able to use a knowledge source to construct an answer. As you can see, I have added an FAQ saying, can I book a table in advance? I've put no, unfortunately not. Due to our small capacity, we are not able to reserve tables. Our tables are filled on a first come, first served basis. However, if you are looking to inquire about hosting a party or an event at Cloudberry Cafe, we do offer venue hire. Now that I have changed the knowledge source, I need to re-download this as a PDF and change the knowledge source that the chatbot is using to answer customer queries. So I have re-uploaded our edited knowledge source with the new information about reserving a table, and now I can test it to see if it can now answer the questions about reserving or booking a table. I reserve a table. Here we go. We can see that it works. Table reservation information. Unfortunately, at Cloudberry Cafe, we do not take table reservations. Here are the key points. First come, first serve. Our tables are filled on a first come, first serve basis due to our small capacity. Event hosting. If you're interested in hosting a party or event, we do offer venue hire. For more details about events, you can reach out to us at our fake email address. And if you have any other questions or need more assistance, feel free to ask. Like I said, this is the power in testing your chatbot to make sure it works 100% for your business. Now, another section I'm interested in is also under the logic tab. So we have our suggested messages. We know that it now produces the correct response. If it doesn't know the answer, it produces the correct response to questions like, can I reserve a table? But if we come out of the suggestions, we can add logic that we can collect leads for. Now, leads in terms of Cloudberry Cafe is mostly going to relate to our event hire options that we offer. But of course, there are many businesses out there where leads is a really integral part of their business and the lifeblood of their business. So if we can integrate collecting leads into our chatbot, even better. We click on collect leads. And now we have the option to collect leads at the beginning of the conversation, after a few messages, or when keywords are used. Now, for this example, I'm going to click when keywords are used. Now, here is where we can add the keywords or phrases. So because for Cloudberry Cafe, the main element of our business that is going to be related to collecting leads will be around the event hire of Cloudberry Cafe. We need keywords or phrases related to just that. So some keywords might be event, party, or space. And then here we can click from what information we want to request from the user. So we've got name ticked, we've got email ticked, and we've got phone ticked and company ticked. I'm going to leave company ticked in case any of the queries we receive are from corporate companies that may be looking to hire our event for work dues or Christmas parties or something like that. Now we can click create logic. And now it has actually taken us to something within Zapier called Zapier tables. So whenever we set up our chatbot to collect lead information, it will automatically link it to a Zapier table, allowing us to store all our lead information in one succinct place. So as you can see, the information categories we're collecting, name, email, phone, and company, are all here. And of course, now we can actually test this. So now everything is saved. We've got our logic here regarding our suggested questions. We've added another logic here regarding collecting lead information for event hire. Now we're going to test the chatbot on this logic. So someone might ask it, can I hire your cafe for my event? And as you can see, the test bot has said, I'd be happy to help with your event. Before we continue, may I please ask for your company, your phone, email, and name? Now, of course, we could play around with the formatting a little bit to ask in the order of name, email, phone, and company. However, we're just going to stick with this for the example. So I might respond, my company is called Mia's Flowers. My phone number is 07 and then we'll just make up the rest. My email is fakeemail.com and my name is Mia Wilkins. Now we can send that. That says, "Thank you, Mia. Your information has been successfully recorded. Now, regarding your event at our cafe, we can discuss details such as date and time of the event, number of guests, catering options. Please let me know your preferences." So we can continue the conversation on in that direction. But now we want to see if our test has actually worked. So we can go back to our table. And as you can see, I didn't even need to refresh the page and the information is already there. So my company, Mia's Flowers, my fake phone, my fake email address, and my name, and even the chatbot session ID is there. So now Cloudberry Cafe or any other business that could use a chatbot in their business could have all their information, their lead information in one place that their chatbot has gathered for them. No human was involved. The chatbot works 24/7. It doesn't go to sleep. It always has time. It's always motivated. It's never too busy. And now we can take this one step further. Once a customer has queried using our chatbot and had all their other questions answered about event hire, we've received the lead information about the event hire in our table in one place where all our lead information gets thrown. We can now let the business owner know or a member of our sales team know that there is a lead that they need to follow up with. Of course, once again, this can all be automated. So now that we are back in the table, we can go down here and click automate your data. We want a Zap, which is Zapier's word for an automation. We want this automation to run when a record is created. So basically, whenever new lead information is added to this table. So we click a record is created. It says your automation is ready and we can start building our automation. Here in the automation flow, and now we can see our trigger is when a new record is created. And of course, we want to test that trigger. So we simply click on it and then come down here and click test trigger. And as we can see, it has found a record. We click on that record and you can see it has picked up all the information that I or the customer inputted when the lead information was gathered in the chatbot. So we can continue with selected record. And now we're on to our next step. Like I said, instead of the business owner or a member of the sales team having to go to the table where the lead information has been put to see if there is any new lead information, we want the business owner or the member of the sales team to be instantly notified when there is a new lead that they need to follow up with. We want this done via email. If we search here, email, we can click on Zapier's email function. We need to choose an event. We want it to send an outbound email. We click continue. Now, for example purposes, I'm going to enter my own email address in here so that when we test the email, I will be able to receive the email. The subject line can be, "You have a new lead." And the email body can be, "Here is the new lead information." Then we can add the data collected in the test. So the name, new line, the email, new line, the phone, new line, and the company. We don't need to add an attachment. From name, we can just put my name for now. Reply to, not necessary, CC, BCC. We can leave everything else as it is and we can click continue. And now we can test this step. Just like that, I have received an email and I'll put a screenshot up here of all the information I would need as the business owner or as a member of the sales team to follow up with this lead instantly. There you have it, using Zapier's chatbot, table, and Zap automation features, we have created a fully automated lead generating chatbot that could notify you or your team when a new lead comes in. And not one human interaction was needed for that new lead to be gathered. So you can forget the days of potential customers filling out inquiry forms and waiting days for someone to get back to them. So I'll ask you again, could this increase productivity, increase revenue, or save your team time, or more than one of those things? And as always, if you have found this helpful, feel free to hit subscribe as I continue to explore the capabilities of AI.